Sounds of wearing slowing down. There she is.
Hey, Jack.
I heard the Warrens slow down. I'm assuming you've either made progress or just given up for the day.
Bit of both. A lot of progress, though. I'll say that.
Gone into a functional state? Nitro or not, really.
Hold on. There we go. Functional in the barest known way.
Hey. We'll make sure it works first. Then we'll see about comfortability and making sure that the jets actually function, because that was your plot for the Nitro.
Yeah, as well as just, well, the Nitro is still serving some kind of purpose. Generally just adds a lot more power to the punch as well.
Aye.
But can also work as, you know, fuel for the jets.
Mass
Currently, it's
times
only
speed equals force and such.
Currently, it's only really applying more stuff around this general area. It hasn't managed to work its way into here yet. Likely a piping problem, wouldn't be too surprised.
Maybe you got something going off on one end and it's accidentally... It's either clogged or just flowing back before it can actually activate the jets.
Either that or it's just pouring into the mini reservoir that I have in here temporarily. Just, you know, just prevent spillage.
Yes. Because I don't even want that.
Naturally. But, as far as I can tell, it works. For the most part. This piece was gonna be replaced anyway, so...
Oh yeah, oh, Jesus, whip. Works a treat. I was about to suggest simply testing against me armature.
I mean, that's also a good test. Mainly just wanted to actually show you how well it works against something, well, regularly built. I should be careful when tapping things.
You don't even want the nitro to end up combusting on it. I suppose it's only if it's I suppose it's like a rocket of sorts. It's only armed when it's going at certain speed, eh?
Would seem it. Might as well finish the job. It's gonna be replaced anyway.
Jeez. And here I thought I was gonna leave this job to Jonah and Jesse.
Yeah, I need some more cushioning in these.
Yes. After all, there is the factor of recoil you need to worry about, lads.
Yeah, might add some, like, bracer units in here. Maybe have something around my forearm that absorbs more of the force, but I'll work on it later. Right now, it works. That's all I'm really happy about. Well,
it's functional, and, well, it clearly works against metals. And, well...
But, you know,
I best...
you said yourself you want to do a proper test with your arms.
Fair point, fair point.
These are also very, very heavy.
Aye. But you're able to carry it just fine. After all, what was it? Mass times weight divided by speed equals the amount of force you really have. I believe that's the full equation, if I recall right. But alright.
Would you believe me if I said I didn't do a single equation while making these? I just kind of threw it together until it worked.
You remind me of how Zaz tends to say that she doesn't even think once when trying to make a decision sometimes.
I think... half. I don't think once, I think half.
Fair on, fair on. But let me put up a guard and you see about giving it a right whack, eh?
Right, good old test in 3, 2. Fuck
Anyway,
you.
I can see it. Ugh. I can feel that reverberating. Just a bit, but that's just because the back of my wrist is, well, kind of on the metal in a garden pose. Yeah,
Well, at least the fist is holding up well.
Yeah, careful the recoil from the fist ain't actually clackering back and shattering your elbows, mind? Are you ever gonna try and lift enough to pick me up? To be fair, I probably could have just had it like this, to be honest, and not need to actually look through my own eye. Look through my own arms, really. Thank goodness I still have that set in
True.
mind. Double force. Whoa. Aye. And since it's just kinetic energy, it doesn't impart much heat. So I don't need to worry about the heat sinks too much.
Well, for now, anyway.
For now. Once you've added the nitro fuel to it, then it'll impart quite a bit of heat.
Well, once it's added properly, it's more just enhancing the,
Yeah.
More just enhancing most of the smaller components in here that actually allow it to put out so much force.
Don't... You do that to the right spot, you're gonna dent it.
It'll buff out.
It'll buff out, or I force it in another range.
I got another idea for another test.
What?
Throw your right fist at me at full speed.
Are you sure, lass?
I'm sure, okay? Besides, like, even if I get hurt, I'll be fine. We're here. We know exactly where, medical supplies are, and, well, even then, it shouldn't be that bad.
Well, you've gotten rid of a good chunk of the Raelynn, and, well, there ain't exactly stuff to worry about. I'd just rather not you bang your head backwards on concrete.
I'll be fine.
I'd rather not having a lass under my tutelage suffer a concussion.
But don't worry too much, okay?
How can I not worry when it's
So
me lass I'm punching?
I know. Look, think of it like you're not punching me. Think that you're punching the things that are currently on my arms.
All right.
Not really me.
Testing your guard then. All right.
Mainly just wanting to see how much force this can output if something else impacts it rather than it impacting something else.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Fine. And you did say full force, I'm afraid. To be fair, my arm's just fully outstretched at this moment.
Okay, so first note, ow, my knuckles. Second note, I'm fine.
They're fine, but this is at maximum range.
True.
If you want me to attempt from, well, more closer range, mind. Well, at the very least I got a bed ready. Alright. Put up a guarded stance for it so I'd only have a chance of the knuckles accidentally hitting you in the nose.
Most I can do for a proper guard stance is this, considering the way I've made things.
Fair. There's only so much I can keep it charged.
Oh my...
Shite. That does reverberate back to my shoulder in a psychological sense. But...
I'll be fine, what the hell?
I mean, in fairness...
Aside from a minor aching in my arms and, well, the general hand region, but that's natural. I forgot to cushion these.
Well,
I
alright.
should put these down.
Alright, put them down so you're not, well, I mean, you are evidently lifting. I can tell from the way your arms have been growing over the past weeks.
Oh, yeah. Naturally from, well, engineering stuff and
Aye, and
also
this
just
little
generally
project.
lifting other. Well, the whole lifting thing was because of this project. I knew these were gonna be heavy.
Aye.
It's just.
I only
I
just
need to
have
implement an easy way to actually. I need to implement an easier way to actually turn these off when I have both of them on. Can you, there should be a really tiny lever, like right underneath the turn wheel here, what used to be the turn wheel.
Oh,
Flip that for me. There we go. Then just then rotate the little thing there like 90 degrees ish.
right.
There we go, properly off.
Or more or less can easily slide off in any road.
I was mainly referring to the internals.
Well, true. Yeah, because it has to clamp onto you first in order to make sure they don't just fly off when you're punching. Especially if you happen to lose your
Oh
grip.
no! Oh no! Oh no! They don't clamp on yet.
Yet.
I was just holding on to. I was holding on to 2 bars, and it works out relatively well.
Hey, I have a couple theories on it. A, the metal took most on it. After all, pretty high fucking quality metal you got here.
Silas helped on that part.
So I was helping alongside the neat corporate mix we may have ended up discovering. Plus,
Yeah, a few parts
Plus-
aren't nearly as high quality, but oh well.
plus you are bracing yourself, so you are at least digging your heels into the ground and whatnot, proper garden stance. And C, look at these fucking thighs, Lee.
Well, yeah. Naturally, I'd be pretty good at keeping my balance.
Hey, I mean, you're a cat for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's gonna be sore for a day. Oh well.
You'll live. Same kind of deal ends up happening with a rigorous day of engineering, eh?
Yeah.
And to be honest,
So
with
it's
thighs
not
like
all that
those, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't even need a voice to be able to get the metal into fucking shape.
And I'm sure you'd like your head in between these vice grips. That was terrible.
Oh, piss off. Even if I wanted to, that'd run the risk of the eyes cracking, and I wouldn't be able to see your lovely eyes. Only your
Well,
lovely
you
soul
should-
instead.
Well, you said yourself it's a lovely soul. No real harm in, well, just seeing that on occasion. And besides, they say that the eyes are a gateway or not a gateway, a window to the soul. With that logic, just these sockets are a direct view into it.
Or a showcase into basically me putting black bin liner over it.
Well, either way, I don't mind staring at you like this.
Don't you mind staring at me when when you've got blank sockets?
There are worse sights, that's for sure.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah, just because I could see your soul, and it's situated right about here. Right about where your heart would be. I'd wager anyway, or at least a gap between your heart and your stomach. It's basically the way on it. Yeah. And all I have are these windows again. Yoni. Plus the windows don't even mind staring into each other while the letterboxes flutter, do they? Aye. Although all you're seeing is just pure yellowy orange.
Yeah, well, despite that, it's still comforting to stare at.
At least you're not plotting to put black marker onto me eyes to simulate pupils any road.
If I get good enough at engineering, maybe I can, well, think about modifying these with pupils.
You'll have to talk with Zaz on that when she comes back.
And she won't come back.
Aye. I'll see about trying to have a natter with Tony. Even if I'm hesitant to apparently head to that penthouse. But, well... Tony told me it'd be right. If nothing else, he can rein those folk who are miffed at me in.
If anyone stays miffed, well...
Well, that's Tony's problem at that point.
They can go fuck themselves.
If anyone's miffed at that point, they just don't see the bigger picture. Max, I'm reasonably sure, is probably miffed at me for other reasons than just these. He knows why I'm working with him. Well, I have to, mind. Oh.
Thank you, Fourth Dimension. Very cool. Trying to snatch my hands away even in the comfort of, well, what I can essentially call my own home.
Well, maybe the Fourth Dimension can grab him if it's got something to hold it company, eh? And if nothing else, you're a great comfort, Lynn. And well, I felt pretty happy to call you me lass.
I don't understand why. Well, originally you were aromantic.
It's because of the pack. Well. Never felt any desire for it. But well, hanging around you for so long, especially spotting how enamored you are with me, well, eventually feelings are about to form. Maybe I just got simply the normal romantic desire of a normal person nowadays, as opposed to a desperate wasteland rabbit. But never mind,
Well, either way, my point is, well, you know how to love damn well.
Even if I hadn't bothered with it for nigh on 10 years. 10-2, rather. After all,
and despite that,
I did used to be the most expected family maker before I got the pack. And to be fair, I feared that was all I was going to be good at. But then I discovered engineering, and the passion I hold for metalworking and, well, putting shit together, mind.
Well, you found someone who shares that general passion.
Aye. And hopefully if I see that Titan I use in the war again, well, maybe I can make sure it's fine in that day if nothing else. Maybe I could see about bringing him into Fight Finder. Not to fight against him, but seeing about fighting with him.
Gonna hop into him again?
Aye. It was a right bloody good time traipsing across LF's bloody defense platform and blowing up everything in sight. Down there, anything that looked red. So practically anything that wasn't the walls of the ground. Or I guess what past our ground. The memories. I think I may still have the recording in the data somewhere. database somewheres. If you want to have a gander at it before I need to leave.
I'll think on it. I'll probably have a look at it while you're gone.
Hey, you'll probably look at a lot of things while I'm gone, but don't snoop from your private
Naturally.
chat. Also, be careful when going into Zaz's room. I may have disabled the magical ward, but, well, I hadn't gotten rid of a bit of the other shite that's in there yet. Cookie, well, his paranoia had been growing and I wasn't aware of it.
I'll be careful, alright?
Hey, all thing
And you don't have
considered,
to worry about me snooping for your private stuff. I wouldn't do that unless you want me to.
hey, besides it's not like you find any ties. Pretty sure I'm the only bloody laggy in the entire bloody bunker that doesn't have any ties, thanks to Silas. Pretty sure even Jonah has a backup in case Silas himself ain't bloody available. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he's with him now.
Probably. But yeah. Well, one thing I can say is, well, I can certainly understand why at one point you were the expected family maker.
Well, it's because I'm friendly. Friendly, make a lot of friends,
Sure.
and inevitably someone's gonna fucking fall for me.
Yeah. At first I was only interested in the arms, but the more you talked, the more I was interested in you.
Ah, yes. Which part did you become hooked then? The part where I said I became a god briefly?
Well, it was basically all of it.
All slow contributors.
The fact that you've been through so much and you're still here despite all that,
Aye,
still perfectly fine as well.
aye. And nary suffered even a single death. Oh, well, I'm pretty sure you've gleaned from the footage that you may have occasionally spawned in the database. Definitely became pretty bloody close more than once. But at that point, I hold that as a point of pride over Karen. Bastard can't get me on his ferry. Me back's too big.
Besides, even if you end up in the same spaces as him, he'll probably look at you and then just think, nah. You go back out there. Go back out there and try again.
You look like you're gonna be ripped away from me even if I try.
And even if he tries to take you, well, I say try. Even if he has to, he probably won't charge you a single coin.
Too fair. Well.
But
Let's see, if I recall right, we did lose about 100 creds just from that whole burial business. Bloody scrapper gang really trying their luck once December hit. Dafties. Didn't he account for the turrets or barricade? I think I still remember one of the audio transcripts from outside. Like during the gunfire, it's what the fuck they have a fucking mech now? Oh, it was great.
Wasn't it something along? Didn't it go on something along the lines of, "What the fuck? They have some weird mech now?" And Barricade just screamed, "The fuck you just called me!" and then just blast them to smithereens.
Gods, I love hearing that. Plus, it's wonderful to know that the bloody thing works. To be fair, I'm not exactly sure if they're, well, part of the people that were trying to come after Cookie and I was giving him asylum for, or if they were just another scrapper gang.
I'm willing to assume the latter.
I think Barricade already brought them together for the sake of burial in the first place, so he just chucked 100 creds in for the sake of their ferry trip.
On a different note, I've noticed there's one thing I've noticed on the waist. There's every once in a while in like various pictures from other gangs, some of the more chill ones that don't really give too much of a shit.
Yeah, the ones that are actually willing to trade and not just being like, oh, we'll be, what do they call it, Mad Max?
Something like that, I'm pretty sure.
Presumably something culture related. I'm not knowledgeable. I'll need to ask Joe.
I forget what it is. It's either movie or game, one of the two. I don't remember.
I'll
anyway.
need to ask Jonah, assuming he comes home lucid.
Yeah, no, besides the point. So I've noticed from a few pictures and from some of the gangs that they've been trading around. Well, I say trading around. They haven't. Don't think they are, but I've noticed a pretty neat truck in a good few of them.
Oh,
Really old style flat nosed truck, similar to that but bigger.
and presumably actually capable of, hovering on the sands.
Oh no, old style.
Oh,
It's
Christ,
got, like-
still driving on regular old tires.
As far as I can tell, it's got like high quality off-road tires, so it's perfectly fine.
Fair on. Regular city tires ain't gonna fucking cut it out here.
Yeah, and the proper old, it's a bunch of the paneling's cracked to hell and back, but apparently it's still running. One side has its regular paneling replaced with just regular metal.
Oh, that's an old Betsy. Crimes.
It's even a funny looking symbol on the side, but it's too scratched to actually make out anything, if I remember. Yeah, it was tattered to hell on back. There's no way in hell you're gonna be able to tell what that is. But if I were to make any bets, it was probably just a company logo on the side. That's my best. Guess.
I mean, after all, one of my first thoughts was when I saw Barricade before he turned into, bipedal, was simply to fix up the engine and scratch away all of the bloody boy in blue markings on him. Because I'm amazed he was actually still in one piece. When he did go into the warehouse, folk don't look too kindly on boys in blue out here. I mean, for fuck's sake, most of the world to us is orange.
True. Remember Barricade going on about something, or just grabbing a different vehicle mode?
Might be wise. Some of that isn't going to draw the attention of people in the wastes. Maybe someone with actual proper tires.
Someone with proper tires, maybe an option to flip between hover and regular ground movement.
Did you see either the telly or the recording data about me fighting Barricade?
Oh yeah, he just grabbed that boulder that you threw at him and then just tossed it back like it was nothing.
Hey, sure, I'm able to grab it again, but, that still got me, pushed back quite a bit.
Which gave him quite the opening to just charge in.
Hey, rather smart on him. But hey.
Well, it's like, even if he's not, even if he's not a cop of, like, this place or any other regular world, he's definitely well trained like one.
Hey. No. I realize I really shouldn't be putting it off because I'll take it off again. I need to clean, what did Cookie actually call it? Something to do with when he ends up becoming paranoid. He ends up starting to make what he calls antimatter bombs. Which is not good.
Antimatter, bombs, antimatter. Who else is generally comprised of? Most black holes are comprised of antimatter. I swear to God, if it's a black hole bomb, I swear to God.
I fucking better not be. That's even more reason for me to clean it the fuck out, mate. So I still have the coin from Priest. Odds are good if I just inform him about it. Then I could just toss the bloody things in, assuming they're inert currently. And I won't need to worry.
So, okay, I have no idea how, magic or god stuff works. I'm just going to assume that it's mainly depending on proximity from the person who placed it to, like, I don't know. I'm just guessing, since Cookie isn't here and is probably off God knows where, they're probably inert. Probably.
They're probably inert, plus if I recall right, he actually has, well, an ability to generate, I forget how much, but I definitely know it's an amount of a material per hour. That's how I was able to fix up my eyes for free one time, actually. I don't know if it's an inch of metal or material or whatever, or if it's a meter. Presumably an inch, square inch. Cubic inch, I think, is probably the right term. Cubic inch of material, which means he's been getting cubic inches of fucking antimatter to store. Hopefully in a fucking vacuum seal. Just in case.
Okay, well,
just in case the worst were to happen and, say, the three horns are wiped out. Which, that wouldn't fucking happen either way. I'm pretty sure whatever bloody, gung-ho magic knights or witch hunters or whatever after a god, but still, a god that's like less than a quarter of me fucking height, normally. I don't think they could stand up to automated turrets.
So we should probably, deal with whatever. I'm willing to put off, getting most of these things to work for, a minute.
And I forget if you've met Priest. I believe...
Well, did he come up right next to us and take a picture?
I did forget. Unless you're meaning the smaller fuzzy, but no, that's not Priest, that's Pathfinder.
You said Priest when they walked up.
It might have been an accidental force of habit. To be fair, he didn't correct me, so I'm not sure whether or not it was Priest playing silly burgers on me or not. Whatever. To be fair, I don't think he'll mind too much if they end up going off. At least in his domain, anyway. His is a bloody domain between realities, as he called it. A void. I believe Zaz's room is this way.
Were most of the rooms that way and then, right down one of the corridors?
Ah, true, yeah, it was past Jonah's workstation. I think I must have been thinking about Zaz's streaming zone, as she called it.
She streams?
Tries to, mind. I wouldn't be surprised if it's simply recording just for the sake of in case the internet around here, in case we manage to steal enough internet or manage to construct a tower of our own to be able to make use on it. But at least I know that I'm with you, at least with you and the rest of me kin. I know things are going to be right.
Of course they are. Or at least they'll try and be fine. Everything will...
At the very least, they can't hit rock bottom.
And even if rock bottom is hit, you'll just spring right back up.
Hey, I mean, for goodness sake, I fought my way through hell from one of my first bloody merc assignments for Jones. Called it a lair.
Yeah.
It's a layer of hell and whatnot. And I also had to go through it to go and rescue Cookie from death, so... it's... Well, not the first time I'll be in the underworld, even if I do snuff it. Lynn!
Do you not have the thing open? I want to do it. Let me.
Lynn!
Sorry for the mild pressure on the ribs.
Add the pressure on the spine. That's more uncomfortable for the spine than you may think. Bet you're alright. You mean well, boy. Besides, I don't even know if I actually have the regular arm strength to be able to lift you.
You need to... Maybe you do need to... Maybe you do need to start actually working on, well, your regular arms again at some point.
To be fair, at this point I wouldn't even be surprised if it's not actually because of my arm strength. Because of this fat arse you're carrying, Lynn. Plus again, you came here when, you know, most of the kin are busy trying to become lucid again, we'll call it.
It is a strange experience to walk in, go through 3 of the corridors, and just hear the loudest moaning coming from some of the doors. It sounds
like a right brothel in the bunker during December, don't it? Fuck's sake.
So some of them are quiet, others they don't care. It seems.
Nay, Jesse's not fucking quiet, is he? Nor are 2 of the bloody girls. Jesus whipped. Though, to be fair, could have been 3. Because I know Zaz is pretty.
I'm amazed I've been able to hold. I'm amazed I've actually been able to hold this squat for so long. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Again, look at your fucking thighs, Lean.
Valid point.
The shins have to carry that, the fat arse and the rest of you. Of course they'll be able to hold it.
Anyway, I interrupted you. You can talk about whatever.
Probably a good interruption, to be honest. Stops me thinking about potential worries.
Well, fair enough.
Even if they do stay surface in me head again.
Look. She'll be alright. She'll come back.
Even if it's the middle of December, she must be in the fucking throes of it. Either they're ensuring no harm comes to her by at least allowing her to become lucid again, for the sake of, quote, making her realise her potential, which I wouldn't be surprised if she actually twist that around to being good at bloody Fortnite or whatever bloody game she uses. Either that, or she's in a complete state of delirium right now. And well, we're gonna have to presumably find a way to subdue her if we bring her back in that kind of state. And stick her on the bloody machine that Silas made.
Well, either way, she'll come back alright, and we'll probably end up dealing with her, well, in the best way possible, and get her alright.
Tony did at least state that he'd at least try and make something that works for both me, him, and Guido. Since apparently she doesn't have the interest of them at heart that much neither.
Anyway.
They'll be right.
Should probably actually move to deal with the thing that we said we were going to.
Aye.
Instead of standing around talking about stuff, as nice as it is, and just talk to you.
True. It is near the middle of December at this point, ain't it? Well, it is nice talking to you, well, and being with me lovely lass. I won't lie, a good couple of urges inevitably do slowly climb to the surface. The pack only hold everything away, and besides, last year I didn't have a lass. I didn't have a lover. Permit me to do one
this year,
thing. Anyway.
you do.
For now, anyway. Please.
Alright, go on.
Alright. Sorry, but it's nice to get that out of my head.
Soft, ain't they?
Just shut it. Cripes. Let's go for more urges start coming in. At worst case scenario, you're gonna have to be the one that explains to Priest about why the fuck antimatter bombs are entering his domain. But never mind, eh?
Yeah, worry about stuff when we actually get to it. For now, let's get to it.
Let's get to it, eh? I'll get the coin.